Walking is one of the simplest, most human movements we have yet after the age of 60. Even something as basic as walking across a room can slowly begin to feel uncertain. Many people accept wobbling steps, stiffness, and the quiet. Fear of falling is an unavoidable part of aging. But what if those changes weren't inevitable? What if your stability, strength, and confidence could be rebuilt in just 2 minutes a day? According to recent findings, they absolutely can. The original text highlights a set of simple, science-backed movements that directly target the muscles and neurological systems responsible for safe walking. These exercises don't require complicated equipment, expensive training programs, or long sessions at the gym. Instead, they rely on thoughtful, precise movements strategically chosen because of their proven ability to reverse age-related decline in balance, leg strength, and coordination. This article explores these exercises in depth, expands on the science behind them, and explains how small daily habits can generate enormous long-term improvements in mobility, helping you walk safely even into your 80s and beyond. Why walking becomes unstable after 60. Most people don't realize that walking safely is not just about strong legs. It's a symphony of coordination between your brain, inner ear, vision, core, hips, and feet. When any component weakens, your stability suffers. Studies show that after age 60, strength in the hips, legs, and core begins to decline steadily, often without noticeable symptoms at first. At the same time, the intricate balance systems of the body start to lose sensitivity. This combination of weaker muscles and poorer balance explains why many older adults notice shorter steps, slower walking speed, and a growing need to be careful, especially on uneven surfaces. But the important part is this: these changes are not fixed. The decline is reversible. Recent research confirms that targeted daily exercises can significantly improve both muscular strength and the neurological systems that keep you upright. Even better, these improvements can occur quickly, sometimes in just a few weeks. The hidden power of micro-exercises. The exercises in the original text share a critical theme. They are low intensity, high impact, and directly focused on essential walking muscles. Many older adults assume that unless a workout is long or intense, it won't make a difference. But for fall prevention, the opposite is often true. A few minutes done consistently produce better results than occasional long workouts. Consistency builds neuromuscular memory. Consistency strengthens stabilizer muscles. Consistency improves the coordination between your brain and your feet. And none of these exercises require you to get down on the floor, lift weights, or perform complicated routines. They are accessible to everyone, including beginners and those who have been inactive for years. Exercise. 1. The single leg balance, the most important measure of longevity. The first exercise might seem almost too simple: stand on one leg. Yet research from the Mayo Clinic discovered a remarkable fact. Your ability to balance on one leg for 10 seconds is one of the strongest predictors of longevity and fall risk. Surprisingly, it can even outperform costly medical tests in predicting future health. Why is this movement so powerful? Because balancing on one leg requires multiple systems to work together. Stabilizer muscles in the ankles and hips. Proprioception, your internal GPS that senses your body position. Core activation. Visual focus. Neurological coordination. To perform the exercise, you simply stand next to a chair. Shift your weight onto one leg, lift the opposite foot slightly, and hold. 10 to 30 seconds is the goal. 3 repetitions on each side complete the routine. This exercise quickly reveals imbalances in your body. Most people find that one leg is noticeably weaker or shakier. That's normal, yet it's also a clue about where improvement is needed. Even more importantly, daily single-leg balance builds confidence. Many fall-related injuries occur not because an older adult lacks strength, but because they panic when losing balance. Practicing balance trains both muscles and mindset. Exercise 2. The heel-to-toe walk, rebuilding your gait. If single-leg balancing teaches your body stability, heel-to-toe walking teaches it precision. The heel-to-toe walk, also known as the tandem walk, mimics what happens when your feet move on a narrow base, just like when walking on a curb, stepping around obstacles, or navigating crowded spaces. As we age, many people widen their stance unconsciously. The steps grow further apart because balance feels uncertain. But this adaptation actually reduces walking efficiency and increases fall risk. Practicing heel-to-toe walking trains you to walk confidently again with a normal, narrower gait. The exercise is done by placing your heel directly in front of the toes of the opposite foot, then taking slow, precise steps in a straight line. Studies show that practicing this movement for 2 minutes a day can improve balance by 43% in just 4 weeks, an astounding improvement in a short time. Because this movement forces your center of gravity to shift repeatedly, your ankles, hips, and core must constantly adjust. Your cerebellum, the part of your brain responsible for coordination, creates new neural pathways, strengthening communication between your brain and your limbs. Over time, you'll notice you can walk more smoothly, with more control, and with greater speed. Even simple daily actions like stepping over a curb or weaving through tight spaces become easier. Exercise 3. The half squat building functional leg strength. Strength matters. Even if your balance is excellent, weak leg muscles make it difficult to react quickly if you stumble. That's where the half squat becomes essential. After age 60, leg strength declines by roughly 3% per year without training. By age 80, you may lose up to 60% of your strength if you remain inactive. That's the difference between independence and needing help with everyday tasks. Half squats strengthen. Quadriceps for standing and climbing. Glutes for propulsion and posture. Hamstrings for stability and knee protection. The exercise is simple. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Shift your hips back as if sitting in a chair, lower about 6-8 inches, then stand up again. Keeping the chest lifted and core engaged prevents strain on the back. Holding onto a chair for balance is encouraged. This is about strengthening, not testing balance. This movement improves real-world abilities. Getting out of a low chair, climbing stairs, picking up dropped items, stepping into or out of a car. Even beginners benefit from doing just 5 repetitions. For additional challenge, you can slow down the tempo to 3 seconds. Down, 3 seconds up. In just 2 weeks of consistency, most people notice that everyday movements feel lighter, smoother, and less tiring. Exercise 4. The seated leg raise, strengthening the hip flexors. The last exercise is deceptively simple but extremely important. Your hip flexors, located at the front of your hips, lift your leg when you walk. Weak hip flexors lead to short, shuffling steps and a higher chance of tripping because the foot doesn't clear obstacles properly. Sitting too much accelerates hip flexor weakness, which is why this exercise is especially crucial for retirees or anyone with a sedentary lifestyle. To perform the seated leg raise, sit upright in a sturdy chair. Engage your core. Lift one straight leg until it is parallel to the ground. Hold 2-3 seconds. Lower slowly. Repeat 8-12 times per leg. For more challenge, point your toes upward or add a longer hold. The seated leg raise also strengthens the core, improves posture, and enhances coordination between the hips and lower back. This single movement reduces the risk of the classic shuffle walk, one of the earliest signs of mobility decline in older adults. Why these 4 exercises work together? Each exercise targets a different pillar of safe walking: single leg balance, stability, and proprioception. Heel-to-toe walk coordination and gait control. Half squat functional lower body strength. Seated leg raise, hip mobility, and leg lifting power. Together, they address the root causes of falls and mobility. Decline not just the symptoms. And the best part is that they take less than 2 minutes to perform. This efficiency is what makes the routine sustainable. Instead of asking older adults to commit to long workouts they cannot maintain, this program focuses on short, impactful habits that build confidence and independence. The psychology behind movement confidence. Fear of falling is as dangerous as falling itself. When older adults lose confidence, they begin to move cautiously. They take shorter steps, avoid activities they once enjoyed, and restrict their lifestyle. This reduces physical activity, which in turn accelerates muscle decline. Eventually, they become weaker simply because they're afraid of becoming weak. The exercises described above don't just strengthen the body, they strengthen trust in the body. That psychological shift can be life-changing. As strength builds, so does freedom. As balance returns, so does willingness to explore. Mobility is not simply about moving. It's about participating in life without fear. A 2-week challenge for remarkable change. The original text ends with a powerful challenge. Practice these 4 exercises every day for 2 weeks. Track your progress. Notice the changes. Then reassess how you feel when walking, standing, or climbing stairs.